up, my family? Welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at AMC right now. We're going to take a look at GME right after. We're going to take a look at the SPY right after. What is up with everybody tonight, today? I know it's morning for some of you, it's afternoon for the other, it's night for the other. I am coming to you at a little bit of a different time right now just so that we can maximize in our time, right? We want to make some efficiency here. And why is that? Well, there could be a continuation to the upside in the broader markets, man. So that means that we may actually see some of our struggling positions get a chance at something, man, at something. And I absolutely love to hear this, man. I absolutely love to explain it to you. And I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you. And I'm gonna go ahead and explain it to you, right? But welcome back to the channel, team. And I will say that we're going to get this thing started right away so that whomever wants to see this afterward, right, they could actually just start off right from the beginning. And I know, guys, I'm sorry. It is a little bit of a different time, but you got to bear with me here, right? Let's see if we can get some new habits built, right? But here we are, and we're doing it yet again. And here you are. Right, team? Thank you so much. Please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to do everything necessary to get this thing to really pop off, right? So let's take a look at AMC right away, right? I'm doing AMC because I want to make sure to take a look at GME right afterward and this massive upside that's happening. Well, I do have some signals that I want to go over with you that are suggesting a potential continuation to the motherfucking upside. All right. But of course, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you the way it is, the way it's being shown. I'm not going to color any information here. I'm just going to tell you what the charts are saying to me. And that is it, right? So I want you to make sure to maintain just that open mind, right? I'm not actually displaying to you any type of hopium, any type of narrative that can potentially pump a stock. That is not the deal here. I am just going to show you what the charts say, and that's it. In fact, what we could do as well is take a look at the options flow as well. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and prepare that too, because I know that some of you like to see what the the max pain is and all that stuff, right? So why don't we just go ahead and prep that chart as well so that you know what could be in the books right here, man. I love it. So let me go ahead and say hi to some of the team as they come in, right? Oh man, Kai Supreme 2.0, what is up, my dude? Good to see you here. Let's fucking go is right. CGA, Gray Man, what is up? Guys, I love options. My bro, you chilling with me over here or what? Kat, you're chilling with me on two places? I love you so much. Thank you. That really means a lot. And Jen, I can't wait to hear it from you. I want to know what it was like to get your first options trade out of the way. I'm so stoked for you. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me that FFIE is running, bro. Did it actually run? So, dude, options, you're a funny ass. But you know what? I'm actually, wait. Are you not, you're not lying? It's actually, guys, this is a play that we've been following due to, several really bright people inside of the Arca Bulls trading team. I got to tell you that ticker symbol ASTS has been running to the upside from our entry way down there and way down there. This thing is just going and going and going. Keep this on your options. Keep this in your list, right? Your watch list, because ASTS is potentially set to continue towards the upside. I don't think they have many other competitors within their within the building of their satellites, right? So definitely keep an eye on that. Another one that I want before we do AMC and GME, right? Well, another one that I want to have you keep in your scope is actually Carvana, right? Make sure to keep this in your watch list as well. Carvana, I do expect to continue towards the upside. I know we got our entries down here at around 140.55, and we got that topside target, and now we're headed towards the second area of our targets or take profits. I will say this. If you join the Arca Bulls trading team, you're going to get information that you're not typically getting out here, right? But what I can tell you is that this is setting up a massive signal, and I can't I haven't even back tested it yet. That's what I'm going to do tonight, and that's what I'm going to be expressing to the Arca Bulls trading team in the after party tonight, right? So I want you to make sure to join that team right away so that you don't get left out, right, team? I love it. I love it so much. Thank you, everybody, for coming on out. I'm sorry to ask again. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Do everything necessary to help me out, right? To help the Arca Bulls team out. We're gonna get this algorithm finessed, right? So that we could display to other traders another perspective of trading or observing the financial markets, right? Thank you guys so much. I hope that everyone has had a very profitable day or week or month, right? If you haven't, I understand the market ebb and flow can be absolutely real. At any given moment, we have to switch up that narrative and make sure that we can be on that sync button with the market, right? But I am here for you guys, okay? If you have any questions at all, you know where to reach me. Come on by the Arca Bulls team. Follow me on Twitter X, right? It's at Arca Bulls. I'm there all the time, guys. So I get a bunch of responses. Yes, it's gonna take me a bit, but I love you. Okay, so make sure to come on by, team. So yeah, remember, on your lists, on your watch list, keep CVNA, right, for Carvana. Make sure to keep ASTS on that list as well. And of course, we're going to be now, we're going to take a look at AMC and GME. Somebody told me that ticker symbol HOOD was actually making a nice rip towards the upside. I guess it did, right? But now we're experiencing a little bit of trouble with Bitcoin and stuff, right? But yeah, team, we had a jobs beat today, right? What I mean is that just more people are just getting laid off, right? So that technically, for the Fed, that's a beat, right? So the markets will react positively to that, and that's kind of what happened today. More jobs are available, right? So this is good for the markets. It does express, or it does show us that a continuation towards that upside is more than likely, right? And that's a great thing, because if the markets are rallying towards that upside, then that means that we're likely going to be able to see our favorite assets make it to the upside as well. I'm not saying that it is directly correlated. I'm just saying that it is a possibility, right? So for AMC, I think it would be a little better for us to observe something like the IWM for small caps, and for GME, because it is of higher value. We could probably watch these the SPY or the Qs for that, right? So as you can see right here, the Qs did make a monumental upside today, right? And one of which we were able to play with the team today, right? We definitely benefited from this upside here. Congratulations to those who took that play, and for those who benefited by taking the profits right away, right? I love it, team. Congratulations to you. So now Easy Sly giving me a nice dono, brother. Of course, we're going to be able to get a couple people in here for a free month into the Arca Bulls trading team. So I will make sure to note that down right now, and we will allow 2 lucky listeners or 2 lucky viewers to join that trading team. I love it, bro. I love it. Thank you so much. Shaw, my dude, that really means a lot, man. Guys, look at this. Always giving the best and the best for all, dude. That means a great deal to me, buddy. You know what? We're going to pay it right here. We're going to make sure that we can have another 2 members come in. So we have now 4 new potential members to come on by to the Arca Bulls trading team for a free month. Let's go, man. This is awesome, guys. I love how you're supporting each other. This really does make it puts smiles into my face, man. And it should, and I hope that it does put smiles into other people's faces too, because it's great, man. This is dead ass amazing, right? So let's go ahead and now make sure that we have in line our sponsors for today, right? So Shaw, dude, thank you so much again for doing your deal here, right? Very much appreciate you. You're gonna allow 2 people to come in, and of course, Easy Sly, my brother. Thank you so much for everything you do, man. I hope that we're helping you. I hope that we're doing our best. And this is what I'm doing here, man. We got to take a look at what AMC is going to do for us, right? So, and GME for the rest of the team as well. So yeah, that marks off 4 potential people. So stick around, guys. Make sure to engage with the channel. I'll be announcing some of these winners just at random, right? So I love it, team. And of course, again, to my analysts and to my team, right? I see some of the people already with me in the Arca Bulls trading team. Smokey, love you, buddy. I'm sorry that I'm coming on at a little bit of a different time. I'm just trying to make some efficiency here with time. And and make sure that we can devote more time to the Arca Bulls trading team afterward, right, at the after party later on tonight, man. Thank you guys. So let's go ahead and dive right in to ticker symbol AMC without any further ado, right? So AMC today had an interesting little bit of a run, right? Gage, good to see you there, buddy. Good to see you there. And Kat, oh, I love you, man. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. So yeah, let's take a look at AMC on the daily, right? So daily time frame AMC feels like it's at a top right now. I get it. We have a lot of resistance here, but what I want to do for you is actually not go off. Yes, we have a good strike rate. Options, my bro, saying suck my balls with a 20, right? Dude, I love you so much, bro. Options allowing another 2 members to come into the trading team. I love it, bro. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you, buddy. I love you so much. So let's get this going, right? Do we have an upside or do we have a downside coming in for AMC? Of course, guys, I'm not just going to answer it for you just like that. I want you to know, and I want you to see how that process is kind of mapped, right? I want you to observe the charting. And this, with that said, this is what we're going to do. Let's just go ahead and do this. We're going to remove the drawings entirely, right? We're going to take a look at this at its raw and its purest form right here to see what could be happening. So right off the bat, we can see an area of consolidation here, right? This is the daily time frame. For those of you that don't understand what that means, is that every single candle here takes a day to open and close, right? So as soon as that day is done, then we open up the next candle and we continue trading, right? We're going to leave it at that. I know. I got some advanced traders in here too. I just want to make sure that we can, all understand exactly what the happenings are here, right? So now what we want to do is observe the range that we're trading in here, right? So it's going to be kind of a best guess type of thing. We're going to map it out as best as we can, right? So let's go ahead and identify a top side to this, right? This is called a consolidation zone or a chop box, right? If you're going to use the lingo from the markets, right? So it looks like this is, more or less the chop zone that we're in, right? And I want you to notice that we're just slightly above the 50% zone, right? So I'm going to point it out right here just for you, right? That 50% is right there. And you can see price action in the after hours at $5.11. That does mark off some good for us, okay? It marks off some good. It doesn't mean that we're going to fall from here. It doesn't mean that we're going to moon from here. It means simply that there is good enough price action to consider something good in the coming days, right? And of course, we want to make sure that we have good price action from the indices as well. Come on, man. Come on. I know that you're trying to understand what I'm saying. I know that a lot of times I'm going to tell it to you like this. I get a lot of comments that say, dude, if I understood half the shit that you're saying all the time, I would be so good at trading, right? It's not about that, guys. I want to try to be as clean as I can be. I want to inspire you so that you can go out and look for your own language. It doesn't have to be mine. It doesn't have to be any other influencer, okay? It just has to be what you understand and what you do best with. And that is what I want from you, man. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on that analysis now, right? So yes, we're slightly above that 50% of the chop box. How do you know what target would do what? First of all, before I give you that target, you should know that I'm going to give you the upside or the downside, and I'm going to give you the side that I favor with, right? I'll tell you that score, right? I'll tell you, well, you know what, guys? I think I'm probably around 65% bullish on this. I think the Bears probably have a disadvantage or whatever. I typically do that. A lot of people tend to say, oh, Arca, you are saying it's going up and it's going down. So what are we going to do? Well, that's just because you're not watching long enough, right? I want you to make sure to pay attention. I want you to be here with me, tune in, grab a snack, relax, right? Grab some coffee, let me do the work. And I want you to hang out, sit back and relax, right? So let's go ahead and get this thing done. Are we moving towards the upside or the downside? I want to let you know that it's not the best thing to have an inside bar within the prior day, right? So remember, this is a daily chart. We have an inside bar right now that could give us a little pressure to the downside, whatever. All right, it's okay. The downside is very much looked at because of a few different factors, okay? So let's just go ahead and see if we have any closes from the major timeframes. Okay, so none just yet. I will say this. There is a little bit of danger in the market right now just because we're getting close. I'm going to get rid of this. Just because we're getting close to the prior 5-day bar high. Okay, when that happens, we typically face a retrace. Now that retrace has several areas for support. Well, if we make it all the way to 521, then I want you to focus over here on this gap. 517 to about 514. If we make it to 521, this starts becoming a support. That means that we can start the validation process of a new high. Okay, so when we validate this, that means that we're likely to move towards the upside. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that we had a massive green candle right here, right? Huge recovery though. We touched all the way back down to 440, right? And that was equivalent to GME going down to $17 when all that crap happened, right? Just last week. All good, but we're here, right? So typically, typically, when we get the opening of a new bar, we'll likely come up and test its resistance first. And then there's going to be a pullback. So that pullback first could be this zone if we reach the 521. If we don't reach the 521 and we continue from to the downside from this point, then I can give you a secondary support right down here. That would be at 508 to about 505. We got to take a look at the gaps that have been already filled because they will always work for our future, right? A lot of people think that as soon as you fill the gap, then you'll never come back to it and that's it. No, guys, not true. In fact, you'll notice a lot of confluence, right? You'll notice that price action tends to, it tends to open, it tends to close, whatever, man, whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and identify how much upside we have for AMC. Actually, I'm gonna ask you in the chat: are we looking at more upside on AMC right now, or are we looking at more downside? Let me know in the chat. What are your feelings for AMC? Right away, share them up or down, up or down. Share it. Let me see you. Let it rip, man. Let it rip. Okay, Kat is telling me that there could be downside. Okay. All right, I'm down. We have to keep an open mind here, right? And Kat, yeah, by the way, just know that there is like a 7 to 10 second delay between me and the YouTube people. So you're replying super fast because you have a direct connect right here with me, right? So look, see, they're starting to reply now. There we go. So we're getting downside. Okay, down. J-Pack is telling me up. Stephanie Wilson, what's up? Telling me up. Jen telling me down. Robert is telling me down. Okay. So Kai Supreme is telling me down as well. Okay. So if the sentiment is feeling like it's downward, then I have to have you pay attention to something else. Okay. Now between Grayman is thinking upward. Okay. Between the weekly candles, right? This is the one that we're presently on, and it still has about 22 hours to close. Right? So 22 hours and 42 minutes, that is. And that should be by about market close tomorrow. Right? So Destiny is saying up, Grayman is saying up. Let's see, Ranger Ape is saying a Friday down. That sounds more like a statistic, right? And now Bullish is saying gap up. Okay, so if we're going to talk about Dirty Calls saying up, Duty Calls, sorry. Okay, so if we're talking about downside, let me just kind of touch on that. Conquer is telling me that tomorrow after market could be up. Okay, interesting touch. So I want to kind of point this out too, though, right? We just opened up this weekly candle, right? I mean, well, at the beginning of the week, we opened up this candle and we closed this gap. So I'm thinking that there could be still a retracement back to this point here at around 505. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because typically speaking, when you find the full range of your bar, as you approach the closure of the bar, you tend to pull back to its 50% retrace. And now its 50% retrace is located at around 507. It just so happens that this is located at 505, the gap top. So when you're facing this 50% retrace of 507, you reach something called a might as well. right? So you might as well just come back down and touch that 505 before a bounce towards that upside, right? So if that happens, I will say that there is demand in here. The markets are supporting it as well. Now, the 50% is also landing you in between this gap here. So as soon as you start failing the gap, which marks off the 50% of this existing bar, that sell pressure becomes a little stronger, and then it'll take you to a lower support. You see this candle here closing right at the 505, which is exactly where this candle, the present candle that we have now, opened. That is called confluence. That is called rhyming targets. Okay? So because we have rhyming targets, that could mean that we could face that support from there. Okay, so for now, we're looking at a potential drop to 505. It's not to say that we're gonna do this tomorrow though, because remember, we're on a weekly candle here, right? So if we moved further to the upside and closed on the upside like 513, then the probabilities to retrace to this bar's 50% increase by the open of the next bar. Remember this, I tell you guys all the time. 60 to 70%, you will 60 to 70% of the time, you will get a 30 to 50% prior bar retrace. You catch that, right? Write it on your notes. Take it down. 60 to 70% of the time, you will get a 30 to 50% prior bar retrace. This bar is over in just about 22 hours, 39 minutes, aka tomorrow market close, or the next session market close, right? That's going to close, and then it's going to, do its little statistic. So it's up to us to determine where the higher probability supports will be. As of now, our existing resistance is located at 513. So let's go ahead and take a look at, or actually, you know what? It could be a little bit higher because of the daily range. Yeah, I'd say it's around this 518 area. Let's mark off this as our immediate resistance, okay? 518 to the top side of about 521, right? We need to get over this in order for us to continue towards that upside. Now, I'm going to get rid of this little box here, and I'm already showing you where price action can dip into. Are you seeing how the process works right now? This is becoming your entry zone, right? Now you're taking a look at a potential exit range, right? I'm showing you how I'm building it little by little so that you can see how the play is made. Right? It's just part of the process. You're looking at a drop between 505 to around $5 and a lift off to around 518 to 521. That would be a potential 20 to 21 tick jump, right? Not bad. And what's the full ATR on this? It's around 30 ticks, right? We're just talking about 21 ticks right here. So it's already pretty close to that resistance of the daily average true range, right? Everything is rhyming thus far. Okay, now let's determine, where are we going first? Is it the upside or is it the downside? So let's go ahead and do that from the immediate short term. I'm going to go ahead and get a little granular here and make sure that you can follow this. Let's take it back all the way to the hourly time frame and pull up volatility versus momentum. Okay, so it looks like we're setting up for a consolidation phase on the hourly. We're heavily contracted, and when we're this contracted, that kind of tells us that we're potentially getting ready to make a move up or down. The interesting part here is that in between these ranges, the entry and take profit, we're inside of a 50%, right? I know some of you are talking about just a little bit of a short-term move, but the short-term move that we get as a volatile jump towards 521 will matter for the 4-hour. Now, the 4-hour, you only have a couple of those that go through an entire day. So if it matters for the 4-hour and you get an upside on that 4-hour, that means that your 6-hour and 8-hour will also reciprocate that upside. So if that's the case, the 8-hour has only one bar. And then the 12-hour has only one bar too. So that means that we're getting into multiple days of price action now, right? That's why I'm explaining to you the immediate short term. It is critical for us to identify where this is going first in order for us to identify where the days are going to lead to. This is called a cascading effect. This is your domino effect, right? Let the smaller dominoes, right? They're going to cascade into each other. the smaller one into the larger one, the larger into a larger, the larger into an even yet larger, and so on and so on and so on, right? Make sure to play the markets clever. I know that some of you are very clever with the way you enter the market. I need you to also be just as clever exiting the market, right? You may have an entry strategy, but you haven't thought about your exit strategy just yet. I need you to make sure to think of that as well, okay? As soon as you can start thinking about that exit strategy and you start journaling this and you start showing consistency and discipline, then you're going to be able to notice that there's an equity curve change on your profitability margin. It's going to be awesome, guys. And that's something that I also teach. Get in touch with me. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at more down the line. Let's go to the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame showing an immediate downside. All good. This is kind of what we wanted, right? We're already looking at a potential downside. This is why this is green. We're observing the downside first before we get a pump to the upside, and we're already being told that by the 30-minute time frame, right? So that honestly means that our thesis is correct so far. So how about the 15-minute time frame? It's got to be down lower than that. Well, what do you know? 15-minute time frame is showing continuation to the downside as well. 10-minute is likely corrective. It's still way down there. It's curving on that SMA 14, right? That means that the thrust from the 10-minute is now cascading into the 15-minute downside, which is now cascading into the 30-minute downside, which is over in 4 minutes as a red bar. So that means that it's going to push it to lower bounds. So that means that the lower targets are on their way in the after hours. Okay. Next target to observe will be 509. We're going to support from there and maybe consolidate for a little bit as well. Okay. Are we going to get a continuation to the downside? Well, that's going to depend on the 30-minute time frame. If it continues to close red, then this will continue to oversell, right? We're going to continue selling and selling and selling until we're ready to make a shift. But something tells me that it is. Something tells me that this will continue to sell into the hourly and bi-hourly, which means that by pre-market and, I'm sorry, you know what? Euro open tomorrow, which is 1 a.m. Pacific, 4 a.m. Eastern, right? We're going to be getting some type of recovery there after a downside. So after Euro open, right around, I would say, 5 or 6 a.m. Eastern time, there could be the downside already figured, and we could be then retracing towards the day's close, which, by the way, is right around 5:13. Typically what happens in the after hours, team, we tend to sell off, it goes up, and then it sells off, and then it comes back, and then for some reason, after all that move was done in the after hours, you're back to square one, right? So I'm speaking to you directly from, other iterations that we've observed, right? Okay, so yeah, I do think that the downside first, let's leave the receipts in here for you too, right? In case you want to, screenshot it, right? I'm going to go ahead and leave the receipts in here for you. I expect downside on AMC first before a continuation towards the upside. So let's look at 505 to the better part of around 5 flat, and we have a resistance on top at 521 with a lower bound of 518. Not bad, right? I do think that we have an edge. I do think that we have the ability to observe what can happen here, right? Never doubt that this can continue towards a downside, okay? Never doubt that. I'm just saying this because there's always an ebb and flow, okay? But now you know, I'm going to just go ahead and draw it just like this here. I expect some type of downside here, then some type of validation of resistance. If anything, we'll cap out at that 521. We'll come back to the prior day's range high at around 516 and consolidate before we validate this area as an acting resistance, right? We're going to break it, then validate the support, and then we're off to the movies, right? All good. So let's go ahead and just be patient with this. Let's see what the markets have to say. Let's see what AMC's psychology has to say. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to ticker symbol GME and find out what the hell Arca was talking about as far as an upside signal. Well, guys, I am dead serious. I'm finding a potential upside signal in this, and I'm going to go ahead and display it to you. Okay. Now, you know what? Just to kind of display to you the to validate whatever someone said. Human Made, what's up, buddy? I know Tesla's been ripping, right? Such a good play. What I'm going to say is that I'm going to validate what somebody just stated. Okay, take a look at this. Max pain for AMC is certainly $5, right? So if we go to the open interest, we're going to notice in the term that the calls are pretty much taking over every single aspect of price here. So there is a bullish sentiment present. And we're already identifying the lower bound before we get a bounce towards the upside, aren't we? Right? Okay, so let's go ahead and travel here towards the September 20th expiries and the August 16th expiries. There's a lot of attention there. So let's go ahead and open up what's called the matrix and put it on a heat map and observe August 16th and see where that higher open interest is located. All right, so right away we can see that it's at the money. 33,600 compared to 584 puts. Right. This is 33,000 calls, guys, to 500 puts. 13,700 calls, right, betting the upside, to 48 puts. When you long a call, you're betting that the asset will go up. When you long a put, you're betting that the asset will go down. Okay? So you can clearly see, look at this right here, $9 strike, meaning that people are betting that this goes to the $9 zone 10,700 times over 4. I don't know what other numbers you want me to see, but this is ridiculous. Now, if we go over to the September 20th, check this out. There are definitely some weird numbers here to look at. Why at $5 we have 15,400 to 28,000 of your puts beats me, right? But I'm also not blind. Look at this ratio though. $6 strikes. That's going to be 31,300 to 1,000 puts. Or how about this? 14,600 to 400. What about one more? This one. It's almost 24,000 to 236 at $10. There is a bullish sentiment happening. Something is popping off, and I'm not sure exactly what it is yet. But there is an apparent bullish signal going on with this. Why don't we just go ahead and take a look at GME from here? Let's go ahead and pop it open. Let's go back to the summary and take a look at the max pain. All right, GME currently sitting at $22.50. You can see it right in here. And we have a max pain of $22. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and move on from this though. Let's see what else we can find. Again, back to the open interest. On the term, you can see yet again that all the bulls, the long calls, are taking precedence, right? The overall sentiment behind GME is bullish. Nice. I love it. Okay, so now let's go back to the matrix, right? Put on the heat map and find out what's up. Okay. Oh, man. This is for this Friday. Sorry, guys, if I didn't explain it to you. Right up here, this is your expiry. Below the expiry is your call in your put side. To the left is your strike. Okay? And this area here, 22 to 23, is your at the money. This is right around the mark price. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at this. August 16th expiry, which is going to be tomorrow. There are 28,200 calls at $25 strike compared to the 9,000 puts. Almost 8,000 at 27 compared to 329. Right? 5,200 or 300 right here compared to the 1,000 at 26 strike. And then this. $30 strikes, almost 32,000 to 2,676. And it does go on. $50 strike, almost 20,000 to 48. $60 strike, 10,400 to 11. The sentiment is bullish, guys. I don't know what else to tell you. It is bullish. Okay? So if we're going to go and take a look at other numbers, I guess, then let's go back to the term and find out what one was the strongest. Okay, so it looks like it would be October 18th, 2024 and January 17th. But let's stick to this year though. Okay, so October 18th, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So October 18th is right over here. Okay, 8,349 to 1,900, pretty good. 7,300 to 1,200, cool. And that's going to be at the $30 strike. The one prior to that was the $25 strike. Okay. And here at the $40 strike, we have almost 7,000 to 568. $38 strike, we have 2,800 to 18. Yeah. I think this, for the better part is pretty damn bullish. I didn't even notice this. Check it out. 17,600 to 228 puts. And that's for the January 17th, 2025 calls. Super interesting times right here, team. I love it. And I don't know what the hell people are doing here, but this is really curious. Check this out. $125 strike, 42,300 to 0. What the freaking hell? Talk about a YOLO call right there, okay? Mark Roach, good to see you in the chat, my bro. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for coming on by. I hope the family is doing good with you, my dude, and I hope you're doing good. Right? So, yeah, guys, that is presently what we're seeing. What we're seeing here. Wow, can't speak English today for some odd reason. All right, yeah. So it's overall we're pretty damn bullish. So now, what do we got to do? We got to take a look at the chart, right? Let's find out what GME has in store for us. I have something to tell you, though, man. Eduardo, yeah, you're right. You're right. Those are the expectations, of course. But this is why I'm going to bring you to the chart now, right? Because the chart is usually where I have the best. The chart is usually where I have the best hit rate. You know what? I'm not here to tell you what my hit rate is. You should probably be here to forward test me, just see, right? If the targets hit, if they don't, put it to the test, right? Let's see if who the fuck is this guy talking, right? Does he hit his targets or does he not? Right? That's what I want you to do. Don't believe anything I say. Don't believe anything anyone says. And I know you don't. I already know you don't. But I appreciate you for coming on by. And that's genuine. All right, my buddy? But please, let me just go ahead and at least give you some targets that you can maybe consider. Hold them with a grain of salt, right? The size of the earth on your back, right? So let's just go ahead and move along now. Here we go. GME. Daily time frame. Okay, we closed a green bar on the daily and it's actually an outside bar. It did make a new high. Very impressive. I think that it's not the best signal in the world because typically speaking, when you start to have these long wicks towards the upside, that can give you a potential 3 black crows, right? So 3 black crows formation can be negative. It could be topping out, right? So if I'm going to give you guys any type of little tip, right? When you're trading, let's just say, for example, you're trading your 5-minute time frame, right? If you're trading your 5-minute time frame and this is what you're going off of, well, what you got to do is take a look at your wicks, right? So as you're moving up and you're moving up and you're moving up, and if you start to get these long wicks towards the upside, I mean, if you can see this maybe even on a 3-minute, that'll even display to you that nervousness, right? You'll see that wicks start to appear on the upside, which usually indicates some weakness towards the trend, right? That's one symptom. Similar to here, right? We have this upside, huge wick. That kind of speaks bearish. So let the position go, right? This is discretionary trading, right? It's a little bit outside of, it is a little bit inside of what usually people tend to do daily anyway, right? But I got to say that my quantitative side, my algorithmic side, my systems building side takes a little more talent, right? I think that's the area where your boy shines the most, right? In system building. But I also have a very strong discretion. In order for me to display that strong algorithmic side, I do need to have a very strong foundation as well. So I will never let go of my discretion, and I will continue studying every trend, right? Or whatever trend, comes along. So in that case, with that said, let's go back. We're going to take the daily time frame. And again, just warn you real quick. We are getting some long wicks towards the upside. That typically means a pullback. But let's identify first if we can get a pullback in the first place. 50% of your prior bar is what we're talking about. So let's mark it off. Let's get that tool here, right? Identify where that 50% of the prior bar would be, which looks like it could be right around 2240. Now, 2240 does line up with a bunch of things, right? Take a look at this. It lines up right here at the closing of this bar. 2240. Nice. It's rhyming. Right? It lines up with the top end of this wick right over here. That's rhyming too. Very cool. Right? Get your stuff out of the way, baby. Put that down. Grab it. Yeah. Go ahead. He's got the little guy over here. Yeah, baby. Yeah, you can sit there, honey. Go ahead. Take a seat. I love you, buddy. I love you, honey. He's my 4-year-old little boy. He's coming in to hang out with dad. Right? For those of you who know, you know already, right? But that little 4-year-old boy is literally the reason that your Arca Bulls is here today, right? It all started because of him. Yeah, you can get that. You can get that. Thank you, baby. Thank you, honey. It's okay. It's okay. I know it's a mess. It's okay. Sit. Yeah, I love you, buddy. Now, come on. Look, here's a pillow for you. All right, let's continue on the analysis and see what's up, team. Now, I'm down to answer that question. So it says, Daniel Street is saying, Arca, I usually stay away from crypto. However, have you heard of LUNC? Of course I have. It's Luna Classic. Yeah, it's the one before Luna 2.0. 2021, it hit $99 from under 1 cent. Then in 2022, it hit 119. Could you start to monitor Luna? Dude, Luna Classic was a real big problem, okay? Which is why, and I'm just gonna tell you, I do have, I own both Luna Classic and Luna 2.0. In fact, I have Luna 2.0 staked. Okay, so me personally, I wouldn't. It happened right around when the dollar depegged from you remember. It was right around then. There was a lot of negativity, right? And Luna fell right within that scandal. So I personally would probably suggest otherwise, bro. You know, I don't want to discourage you. It's just everyone has their own opinion, right? And I know that you probably saw something that's gonna, maybe help you out, right? Or you seen something bullish within it. And I don't want to stop you from that. So what I would like for you to do though, is to really study it. Find out why exactly, it did what it did, right? Don't believe me. Don't believe anyone else. Make sure to do your own research and find out if it's actually worth it, I got to tell you the honest truth. I only played it very short term. I bought around 100,000 or 200,000 Luna Classic when it reached 5 zeros and 5, I think it was. And I rode that to 3 zeros and 3 for a huge profit. And that was it for me. That was, I definitely didn't want to continue holding it, but I held, I think I held maybe around 10,000 just in case. So, and if it does retrace all the way up, then that could be worth something. But dude, I personally don't think so. But dude, just do you, buddy, and you let me know, okay? Follow up with me. Let's see. What do I think about HPE? I don't know. What is HPE, my brother? But let me finish off with GME here, right? We got a bunch of people wondering what the deal is, right? So 50% the retrace on that prior day is going to be $22.40. We noticed that it's rhyming with a few other candles as well, right? Nice. Right? So if it is going to reach that bottom side, then we can't just leave it as one solid target, right? We can't do that. Don't do that. Let's make sure that we can identify another target, at least another one. How about that 2234 at this bar open? Now, if we put a line across that, then you can see that there's already another rhyming target there, right? And if we go back in time, we'll likely see other candles rhyming there too. So we just want to see what the probabilities are for rhyming candles. Okay, now this bottom side, I would put it right down here. Right about here, where these candles are meeting it. So I'm thinking here that the retrace could be 2227 to about 2240. Now, what happens with these three is this. When you create a range in between those, you'll notice that there is almost a perfect 50% right in between all of them, just like this. And I tell you all the time, here are the receipts, I say, right? I'll put it to you like this. This is going to be your top side target, 2240, 2227 bottom, and I say to you, mind your 50%, 2234. So now you're seeing how the plays are built again, right? I want to do this over and over and over so that you are aware over how these plays can be made, right? So Daniel Street saying, I hear you, Arca, my bro. Thank you so much. Chico, what do I think about AMC? Well, you know, we just kind of finished AMC. I do think that AMC gets a pullback first before a continuation to that upside, right? We kind of drew that stuff here. Just for you, buddy. This is my play so far. I think drawdown on AMC or retracement on AMC 505 to $5 before it starts to continue towards the upside. 521 to 518 could be the resistance coming up tomorrow after this drop. And then as soon as we start validating the break of the 521, I can see an upside continuation. We'll get there though. We will get there. As far as GME, since we are noticing that there are massive open interest targets towards those 40s, right? 35s, right? 30s. Yeah, sure. I guess I can support that, but does the chart support it? I see that flow is suggesting that already. I get it, but I never trust options flow. I don't usually trust it because I want it to have to do with is my forward-looking indicator. This is what tells me. It doesn't mean that it has to tell you. It just means that me personally, I will validate this first. Okay? So let's go to granular levels, just like we always do. Guys, let me know if I am still alive in the chat. I don't know if I just got a little bit of a interruption on the stream, but please let me know that I'm still streaming here and everything will be cool. Let me know, guys. All you have to do is throw those A's in the chat right away and let me know if it is actually that I am live with you. Right? I'm seeing that there's a little bit of trouble here with the connectivity. That usually happens when my son shows up. All good. All right, we're live. You're okay, Jen saying. Okay, all right. Thank you, party. Thank you so much. Doug TV, appreciate you. I love it. Okay, so I think we may be safe to continue here. Oh, I love it, guys. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you, guys. I love you. All right, good deal. Okay, so perfect. Let's continue. Now, yes, like I said, I'll support it. I'll support that there could be a continuation to the upside on GME and it could be pretty fucking large targets. And I actually mean that. So options flow is telling us 30. We're getting 35. We're getting even 40. And for some weird reason, we also notice that there's 50,000 open interest all the way to 125. What the hell's going on, right? So let's figure out what the signals are saying from the immediate short term on the charts. Okay, check this out. I have something to show you. This is what I've been waiting. And this is why I waited until the chat kind of got full, right? Now that we're over 100 people, make sure to hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much for coming on by. Now, the hourly time frame stochastic momentum, please notice that it has a huge thrust to the upside and it's corrective. That typically happens. It's all good. That's all that it usually happens. But why I prefer that to happen in that manner is this. When you have a nice push like this on that hourly, that typically means that your bi-hourly and 3-hour are already feeling that pressure towards that upside. Check this out, right? Look at that pressure towards the upside on the bi-hourly. Huge break of expansion. Typically speaking, remember guys, for those of you who've been around since before GME made its thing just a few months ago, this was the signal that we identified when we were trading at $10.85. This on the buy daily was the reason we were able to say that this is likely to move 20 plus points in the coming weeks. Right? We said it would dip to sub $9, pick up entry, and let's ride it to 20 plus. And that's what happened. This is similar, but on a buy hourly, not on a buy daily. So this is giving us the internals. It's telling us that something is happening from the very, very ground. A signal is preparing itself for firing big. Okay? Next, let's go to the 3-hour and see how it's cascading. 3-hour time frame, look at that pivot. Take a look at volatility. Now, if you don't understand what volatility is, it's just simply that. It's the dispersion of returns. Dispersion of returns, right? So if we're getting the returns based on a linear read, volatility and linear, that means that whenever we're contracted here, that means that we're not getting too much buy or sell activity. But as this increases, volatility expands right towards the upside. That means that the frequency of purchases and sells are increasing, thus making volatility direction neutral. Okay, so only because it's going up does not mean that price is going up. It just means that we're hitting the throttle. What gives us the bias for direction is stochastic momentum. So in this case, we're critically contracted, just like we said for the buy daily signal that we got. Remember, when we were at around $9, $10 before we shot up to 20 and 30, same signal happening here now on the buy hourly and the 3-hour. We're starting to expand with a massive upside bias. Okay? So what we want is for both the buy hourly and the 3-hour to start piercing through the 15% of critical contraction with an upside continuation to start pressuring the 4-hour. Now the 4-hour, take a look at it. It's already reading that expansion too. As soon as this breaks the 15% with an upside continuation, it's a full-fledged fired signal that the upside is more than likely. As it cascades from the 2-hour, critical contraction, upside, right? 3-hour, critical contraction, upside, upside, right? Sorry about that. 4-hour time frame, we have that critical contraction, upside. You can see what's happening. 6-hour time frame, critical contraction with an upside. 8-hour time frame, critical contraction. It's about to correct. It's not done yet. 2 hours to go. The more time frames you have within that critical contraction with an upside bias, guys, the bigger the move towards the upside. Now, for those of you watching, and for those of you who remember, or actually I'm going to speak to those who are brand new. I do not have an active open position on GME and I don't care to. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to be able to chart it for you clearly. I don't need to trade this. I trade literally whatever else. Okay? So, with me having an unbiased opinion, I will be able to tell you upside or downside without any clouding. Right? I think it would be better for you I think it'd be better for you to experience that than have me risk on and experience just a bullish bias. I'd rather not risk that. I'd rather just not trade it all in all and let the team benefit from this upside. With that said, if this were displaying a downside, I would immediately tell you, and I don't care. Because my day will continue. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that you are informed, and that's it. Very good signal here on the 8-hour time frame prior bar retrace. This is your prior bar, and this is the 8-hour candle that still has 2 hours to close, and it retraced back into this area here of the 50% from its prior bar. Now, the daily time frame just so happens to be that exact range, the one that we looked at, right? The receipts, 22.27 to 22.40, 22.34, mine in the middle, right? It just so happens to be the 8-hour time frame, 50% as well. Very good stuff. Okay? We still have more time to close within the larger time frames. Okay? In fact, the bi-weekly time frame still has some time to go. All good. 7 days, actually. We just opened that boy up. Now, why is that important? Why is it important for us to open up that new candle? Well, because that means that we would have experienced a 50% prior bar retrace before experiencing the continuation to the upside. Take a look at it. We just opened it a few days ago. Look at the 50%. It's marked off at 21.33. Look where price went to. 21.44 and bounced towards the upside. That means that we got the 50% retrace of this prior bar, and now we're bouncing towards the upside. You catch me? You catching that drift? You seeing it, right? Good. So the upside targets on this, yeah, we can face some resistance right in here at 23.13 to about 23.33. Sure. That's not what I'm looking for, though. I'm looking for a 100% retrace of the prior bi-weekly bar. And that would mean that we're headed towards that $24, $25 target. Right? Pretty insane times here. Okay? We already got the prior bar retrace. I think that we're going towards the $25 target for now, but seeing that we're also starting to expand from all of those time frames, right? Look at the hourly time frame, right? The hourly time frame was completely contracted, and as soon as it started breaking above that 15%, big upside move. So that means that we get the hourly wave, right? The hourly comes down. The second hour would then take over and continue it. It would then pull back. Then the third hour would then continue the further upside. So if we're talking about targets coming up, yeah, we already made the target that we spoke about last week. We said $22.50 likely coming into this week. We got it. Next target was this one, $24.33. That's the one that we spoke of on Sunday. Now, what is $24.33? Well, let's go to the bi-weekly and take a look at the bi-weekly top. $24.40. What do you know? So we have rhyming targets, guys. It's looking good. I think that there could be a continuation to the upside here. I want you to be immaculately careful. Don't bet what you are, you're not willing to lose here, man. You got to make sure to keep some cash for the family. Make sure to keep some cash for dinner, right? Please be very careful with this. All right. Now, I have a couple questions for some of you in the chat. Jose, are you a part of the Arca Bulls trading team? Speak to me, my good sir. Speak to me. Are you a part of the Arca Bulls trading team? Or forever hold your peace? But yeah, what the hell's going on, bro? Why is that ticker being mentioned again? QNTM. Options, what say you? Is he in here? QNTM. This is the second time I'm hearing about it. Does it suck? Is it a good ticker? Do we have upside for it or no? Do you see the 24 targets by tomorrow or next week? Oh man, I certainly hope so. Every day I say them, I'm like, Chico. You know what? I'm going to say it just like this, man. Jose, Chico42, do me a favor. Hit that link that I just shared there. I want you to become a part of the Arca Bulls trading team for a free month. Come by. Right? Why is that info only seen on the bi-weekly? Well, the bi-weekly, no, hold on. Everything that I drew is there. Okay? I drew all of that stuff. That's not automatically generated. I personally put it there. Is that what you mean? Now, because you're asking me that question, Party Safari, I also want you to hit that link that I just shared. Hit that link. I want you to come by to the Arca Bulls training team. I'm going to give you a free month. I want you to trade with us. We trade every single day in the morning, right? And I want you to see that what I do here is not done just in hindsight. I do it live. So I want you to come by and say what's up. Are you down? Hit that link, brother. Make sure to mention who you are when you arrive in YouTube, right? When you arrive on Discord, make sure who you are on YouTube so that I know who you are. I want you guys to come by and I want you to say what's up. Right? I know I have a few other people in here too. I got a few other in there. Oh, CGA saying that I'm a wizard. Nah, bro. You know, man, we just do our little dance and that's it. That's really it, man. I don't want to be looked at like some other crazy thing. I'll take the compliment, brother. I mean, I really will. But I gotta say, man, it's just if we study together and we do our thing together, you know what I mean? It's all good. And that's really all that I can ask, right? So, Ranger Ape, if you're in there, bro, I remember you from earlier. Why don't you hit that link? Come by. Oh, happy Torito, my bro. Thank you for another dono. Bro, I love it so much, dude. Thank you. Duh, man. Wait. Al Capone. What about you, though? What about you, my bro? What say you about joining? Come by. Teammaker, damn it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Ranger Ape, hit that link, buddy. I want you to join the Arca Bulls training team for a month. Come by. I want to see you there, man. Do I remember another name? Stephanie Wilson, you here? Stephanie! Hit that link. Join the team for a free month. Come by. And also, Jake McGee, are you in there, buddy? Jake McGee, come on by. Teammaker, I love you so much, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you so greatly, dude. I know, Jose, buddy. I know, man. Come on by, man. Come on by. I want you to experience it live, dude. You'll catch a lot of knowledge there. Okay? I want to help you out as much as I could. J-Pack, are you in? Come on by, buddy. I want to give you a free month. Hit that shit. Come on by. I want you in, bud. I want you in. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man. Oh, Chico, you just joined. Okay, make sure to remember to mention who you are, though. Okay, because if you have a different name here on YouTube than you do on the Discord, I'm not gonna know who you are. All right, so make sure, guys. For those of you hitting that link, make sure that you say who you are, right? Or else I'm not gonna know anything, man. Come on by, team. I love it, man. I love it. So, Jose, you're very welcome, my brother. Terrence, you too, man. Come here. Hit that fucking link. Hit that link, brother. I want to see you. I want to see you there, man. Mention who you are, though, okay? Hit that fucker. No. It's okay. He was just messing around, guys. He put a LOL right after it. Remember, he's good. He be chilling. Come on by, brother. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Terrence, hit that link, okay? And make sure to say who you are from YouTube. I want you there, dude. We're going to have a good time, man. Michael Anthony, you too, bro? Wait. More people talking about QNTM? Is it a pump and dump or what? Options, what say you? Give us the official word, QNTM. What the fuck is going on with that? Is that for real, just the pump and dump? Guys, I see you coming into the... Yeah, I see you guys coming in already. I love it. So make sure, just make sure that you mention who you are. I see you, Jose. You can come on now if you want, buddy. Come into the pit. That's where we're training live. And Terrence, make it in, buddy. Come on by, man. Okay, so let's see. Just like Arca. Dude, so many people say that. They're like, bro, you're a pump and dumper, bro. You're a pump and dumper. And I'm like, am I? I just said it's gonna go down like hard. How the hell am I a pump and dumper, bro? Yeah. No. That's you're in the lounge, buddy. So take a look to the left on the channels and you're gonna see the stage called the pit. And that's where I want you to be. Gray man! I love you, dude! Thanks, buddy. We're gonna allow more people like that, man. We're always allowing more people. 1 for 65 reverse split? Oh, what? Dude, that's gonna... Yeah, man. That's... Oh, dude. Ranger, yeah, you're very welcome, brother. Come on up. And I mean, it's... like the beauty of it is that we can speak in real time, you know. It's not like YouTube, you're getting a mad delay. But everyone, you know, when you're live, even if you put it in like this hyperactive mode, you're still getting some type of delay. So guys, just a quick little heads up on the cues, right? This represents really everything. Terrence, you're saying I erased it because I could have come off wrong, but I meant no harm, guys. Sheesh. Terrence, I just, you know, a lot of these guys, they're really protective over me because there's been a lot of dudes or a lot of whomever, right? I have a lot of stalkers and I have a lot of people who are threatening my life and shit, you know, and the team really, you know, have you ever seen the movie 300? You know what I mean? The movie 300, you know, they block each other with, you know, they put all the shields up around the bottom, around the front and the top and the behind. So that's kind of like what they do to me. I'm like walking on by and somebody says, bro, I don't like the color of your shoes. Wait, block them. I love you guys so much, man. So that's why I had to say, guys, no, he's cool. He put an LOL right after it. Notice the LOL, guys. I love you. All right, don't beat him too hard. He's good. I love you, man. Come on by, dude. I want you to be part of the team. We're gonna have some good times up in here, right? So remember, guys, mention who you are when you come in to the Arca Lounge and say who you are from YouTube. And that's all, man. And guys, remember, we're gonna definitely have an after party tonight, right? So we're gonna, let's see, typically speaking, it's 3 p.m. my time. So let's see. So yeah, usually about 6 p.m. 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. is roughly when we have our time, right? What say you, Quinn? Is that around the time? Is that good with you? I'm gonna do it unless you listen. If you say no, then I'm gonna go ahead and stop the whole fucking run here, and we're gonna do it at the time that you think is right. What say you, Quinn? Is that okay? We're putting it in the hands of one person entirely, all the way. Let's see. Yeah, guys. Terrence is cool. I love you, Terrence. Make that Discord. Come on by. I want to see what's up. All right. So, guys, check this out. When we have a prior bar retrace, identify this, okay? The prior bar retrace on a daily for the Qs, it's around 472.01. But I gotta say that we are at a major resistance. And if we start breaking this 475.63, guys, the market. Woo-wee. The market. It's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying here, man. So, sorry for all the caps over there when I didn't mean to type in all caps, but I have not gotten a response from Quinny. Speak to me. 6:30 p.m. my time, okay, for the entire team, for the entire world. J Pong, what is up, buddy? How's the VIX looking? Well, let's take a look. The VIX, brother, giving us volatility, right? All right. So daily time frame doesn't look like it's Adrian, stop the bullshit. Hit the fucking link. Join the damn team already, bro. You are talking too much. Way too much talking. Shh. Funk. Saying straight, steady, chilling. I like it. I like it a lot. And make sure to mention who you are when you come in. Because if I don't know, then I don't know. Ranger Ape, I see you. All right, buddy, I got you, man. I'm going to put you in. Dive right into the pit, right? That's where we hang out. That's where we trade every single morning. That's where your boy trades. So come through. You ready to go? Who else we got? All right. So, man, yeah. And dude, also, J Pong, dude, mention me in the lounge, bro. Like, I don't understand why you're not in the team. What's going on with you? What's wrong with you? Hurry up. Come on by. All right, VIX representing volatility, S&P 500 index, right? This is, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that this is actually giving us a little bit of bearish price action, right? On the VIX. But when we are facing downside on the VIX, that usually means risk on equities. What did Arca just say with all those fancy schmancy words, right? It means that when we have volatility downside, that means that we have upside on the broader markets, typically. On it, dude, when are you not, bro? So come on by, mention me in the lounge right away in the Arca Bulls Discord. I'm going to put you on the team, buddy. Come on by, man. It's been way too long. You're the reason why I ever even got in touch with who was it again? With Moon Market. Yeah, it was with Moon Market. You were the one that made the tie between us, buddy. Now we friends. Or whatever. But yeah, man. Good to see you here, buddy. Come on by. So let's take a look at the continuation to the downside or upside on VIX, right? So 4-hour time frame already on a curvature. It could show that we are getting ready for a potential upside on the VIX. Now, if you remember what I was just talking about on the Q, I just said that we may be experiencing a downside on the Q. Interesting stuff, right? Yeah. We may be getting a retracement on the Qs. Please mind your 50% retracements always, right? 471.93. If we have further downside beyond that 471.93, then there could be the filling of this gap, right? That's where I need you to be very careful. Now, let me come back into the chat over here. I know that I already assigned. Oh. Sorry. There you are, buddy. Why are you not part of this Discord anymore? You are weird. I got you. Right? And now you have access. Come on by, man. Come on by to the pit. You'll see the stage down there. Awesome sauce, he says. Okay, let me come back into the chat and see what's up. Now, we have a message here from Options, my buddy Options. He's saying, told you FFIE was going back down, guys. That shit is doing a reverse split too. So as it's done, I will short it when available. Consider me too. Let's go. Yeah. I love it so much, man. Okay, so there you are, bro. Good to see you in here, man. I love it, dude. Welcome to the pit. All right, guys. So yeah, I do think that we're gonna get a short-term downside, right? But I will say that it doesn't feel like it's gonna be too bearish for too long. It's actually the validation of a critical resistance break. It's a conversion on the Qs, right? So in this case now, we are experiencing a potential upside coming in for, I don't know, half a day, whatever that is, maybe into the market open, but that's because we're on the process of validating a resistance. So the resistance is likely to be found on the VIX, potentially in tomorrow's session, anywhere between 1571 to 1624. Mind your 15%, your 50%, 1593. All right. Please be sure to mind it, all right? This is what I'm thinking. It is the process of validating a critical resistance here as we broke below it, right? Typical price action. So there actually may be continuation to the upside. So J-Pong, if you get, I don't want to like pull you out of your position whatsoever at all, dude, because you're a good trader too. So I want to just make sure that you are aware that I am observing a validation of resistance before continuation. So if you are inside of profit when you come in, then consider sizing out, or just some type of something, bro. All right. But guys, I want to just, give you all the news that I can, right? But I will say, team, that I think this is a pretty good place to leave off the stream. I have enough information out there for you to revert back to this video and watch what could be happening to the Qs, the VIX, also to what else did we look at? AMC GME. But yeah, I appreciate you, team. For those of you who are still on your way back into the trading team, remember, mention who you are, and I'll be able to get you right back in to the free month into the trading team. Okay, guys? Love you all so much for coming on by. And I got to say, good night. Good night to you. Okay? Love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys. And let's peace out of here, man. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, ever, ever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day. And I promise I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.